Okay, cool guys. So this week we did the law of priorities, and we're relating that to our setting goals, setting SMART goals. So do you want to get started, Courtney? And
Yeah.
since Steph is
Um,
muted.
um, I don't look ahead to what we're doing, like the chapters that we're doing. Like I try to focus each week on the one that we're doing that week. So
Yeah.
it's funny because last week we kind of touched on priorities and like our to-do lists and stuff like that. So I think it's funny that we're actually talking about this week and I had no idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, the law of priorities, I really need to start prioritizing. Um, like I said last week, there's stuff that I know that I need to do and I know that I need to focus on, but it's kind of like you have to think about what you need to do first. And Stephanie and I are actually heading up a personal development book club for our two teams, and we're actually reading Eat That Frog. And
Nice.
last week we just discussed the ABCDE method of prioritizing your to-do list, and it ties in so well with this chapter. And it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of amazing that we're that this is all
Yeah.
happening at the same time. But I really needed to sit down, and I'm going to do it for the rest of this week and go through my list, because I have so much crap on my list that I feel like most of it I can actually delegate to somebody else. Specifically like the tasks at home. Like I can say to my husband, like, you need to do the laundry today. You need to, do this, do that, instead of me doing it, because I can focus my attention on something else. As far as my team and prioritizing stuff within my team, really, really, really what I need to do, for the most important thing that I need to do, is to get them going again with the training, because I have so many on my team that say they want this to work, and that I truly believe that they do want this to work, but they haven't done any of the training in the coach lab. And like, you're not, for me at least, like it was like an eye-opening moment, all this training that I did. And if you're not going to do it, like, you really have no idea what you're doing in this business. So one of my coaches, actually, she's starting to re-engage, and she's doing the Rock the Basics. And every morning, that's like the first thing she does when she gets up. She does her task for the day. And it's great because she really wants this to work out for her. So she's prioritizing her day by starting off straight off the bat by doing her Beachbody stuff, and which is great, so that it's done and over with, and she could focus on her kids the rest of the day, her job, her personal issues that she's going through. And I kind of saw that as an eye-opening moment myself, and I was like, you know what, maybe I should start doing that, because in the morning, like, I'm so used to getting up, scrolling through Facebook like everybody else does, and checking my emails and like the messages, my texts that I missed during the night. So I think starting, maybe even tomorrow, I need to start doing that. I need to just focus on the business, like get up a little bit earlier and do what I need to do for the business first before I do all that unnecessary stuff. And I feel like I'm just going to get more organized that way. I don't know. We'll see how it works.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very similar, where I tend to, again, we had talked about this a little bit last week, where I tend to do all the stuff that I want to do, and I kind of put off my power hour, and I really need to focus on making that the first thing that I do. And my priority when I sit down to do the business stuff, that I do that. I have been getting much better about, like when I first get up and I'm nursing her, I try to put on some kind of like personal development, like video or training video, or look at something like that, because I think that it, like you were saying, it's a good way to start your day, and it kind of gets me focused, and I can check my personal development off the list. yeah, I think in terms of being a leader, I think it is really important too that we help our coaches figure out how to prioritize, like what, there's so many things that they hear about and they can learn about and see on the team page and all of that. And I think it is really important to help them figure out what they should be doing first. And I think, yeah, like you said, training is a great thing to, to kind of start your day with. I know when I first got started and was in, the whatever basics group, whatever Briam was calling it 2 years ago. But, when I started in on that, I would, that was the first thing I would wake up and do my training. And it was a great way to start the day, and it would make sure that I got something done. I would go read the training and then do the assignment, like try to implement whatever it was talking about. And I definitely think that's part of why I was so successful right off the bat once I engaged. And I do, I think that's something that I've not been as good with my coaches, is getting them in the training and, making sure that they're doing it. So I think it's something I really need to follow up with people on and really help them prioritize. And once they're through training, help them figure out that, the power hour, doing your VAT, get that done first, and then worry about all the other stuff, like you said, the Facebook scroll and all of that you can get so distracted by. So, Steph, did you something you wanted to add or a takeaway from the chapter this week?
Yeah, it's very similar to what we were reading, even last week's chapter, Squirt, about the 80%, give 80% of your effort to, the top 20%. And, I had like an aha moment last week when we were working in our other group that I'm like the queen of lists, and I've stopped making lists because I'm in denial that all this stuff has to get done. Mm-hmm. So I started making lists again of, what I have to do and, what's important, what has to get done. And my biggest problem is getting other people to do the stuff that isn't necessary for me to do. I'm not a good delegator. I like to make sure it's done my way. And so that's something that I really need to work on myself. But yeah, checking things off my list lately hasn't been something that's quite doable.
Yeah,
this
it happens. Yeah. Yeah, it happens. Sometimes you just have to do what you can do. And that's why I feel like for me, starting with my power hour is what's going to be really key in being successful, because there are some days that I don't get very much done. So if I've started with, doing some other thing, or like checking my messages or something like that, I often don't get to anything else for the day. So yeah, and I'm not a good delegator either. I really have a major problem with that. So I really liked how he kind of broke it down into the three things to consider. What is required, what gives the greatest return, and what's going to give you the best reward. To really think about those things when you sit down to do your priorities and make your list of stuff. Because yeah, I tend to not consider whether something can be delegated or not. So. Yeah, good nap time we're having here today.
I threw my daughter in the crib with a magazine. I'm like, listen, I gotta go.
Nice.
What was I just gonna say? I just had something I was thinking of saying. I find that mainly, and I was talking to Steph about this the other day. I am a paper and pen kind of person. I like writing stuff down. It kind of is implanted in my brain when I do it that way, instead of doing stuff on the computer all the time.
Yeah.
But since I'm now Diamond and I'm getting all these customer leads and, I'm building up that customer base, paper and pen isn't really working for me anymore. So I've been trying to find a system to hold all of my contacts, to do this and do that. And I don't know which one I like. And I don't know which one works for me because, like I like the idea of the Excel spreadsheet, but it seems too simple. And I liked the idea of Asana and I gave it a go, but for me, it was too much. I don't know, or maybe I'm just not getting the hang of it, but I went through some of the trainings on the website, plugged some things in, and I don't know, stuff just wasn't clicking with me. I watched some YouTube videos on it and stuff like that. But for me, that is my number one priority at this moment, is to get a system going for my coaches, my customers, my leads. And I don't know which one to do. And I don't know. That's where I'm having a huge struggle with this right now. But I know that's my number one priority. And that's what I plan on working on until it's completely finished. But I need to find out what that system is. I have no idea.
Yeah, I hear you. It definitely takes some figuring out. And I'm kind of not, I don't have a good follow-up system right now. I saw some girl, I can't remember what it was called. I think it might have been posted in the New England One Star page, but it was something that integrates in with Google.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. I looked at her, I think it was a YouTube video that they did. But it was just so, they already had it set up and there were so many tabs, and my mind is just, I need to focus on one tab. I don't know. It was just too crazy for me, but I have to look into that one a little bit more. I plan on doing.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch her whole video, but I wanted to look at that because I've been using Awesome Note, which has been great for, for to-do lists, organizing to-do lists. And I do keep I keep some scripts in there, and I do keep a list of all of my people who have ever ordered challenge packs and stuff like that, so I can easily go through and check back in. I also have a list of all of my coaches, so I don't forget to check in with somebody. But for short lists, that seems to be working really well for me. But for keeping track of this random person I was chatting with on Facebook, and who had said they were interested in a 21-day fix challenge pack, I don't have a good system right now. And maybe
that's what I need. I need that system. And I don't know where to go from there, basically.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if I need to kind of start over with Asana. I think I was putting too many people in there, and it was just too much. So I need to figure something out too, because it's a mess right now.
Yeah, that's, and I feel if I do get this down pat and I have the system that works for me and everything's in there, I will just feel so much better about myself and my business, and finally becoming the leader that I know I can be to my team. And this is where it starts. I need to do this, and I know I need to do it, but I don't know how to do it. I'm struggling.
Yeah. You could also check out Nimble. I think you have to pay for it, but I looked at it, and you might not like it because it does seem a little bit complicated, but it integrates in with all of your social media stuff. So, and then you can make notes on people too, kind of like you can with Asana. But it already would have all of their info and keep track of when you guys have been sending messages and stuff like that. I had one of my success partners I worked with a while back really liked it.
Nimble?
Yeah, nimble, as in moving quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you can do a free trial of it. I think you have to pay for it if you do like it, but if it, that's the kind of thing I feel if you find something that works really well for you, that it would be worth paying for to keep you organized. And then I know there are lots of other, and that's kind of what I'm wondering, if I just need to search for other contact management systems.
Yeah.
Until I find something that works for me.
Yeah, that's definitely what I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I know the reason she really liked Nimble was that it already integrates in with like your Facebook and your LinkedIn and all of that stuff. So
Okay. Seeing if I can find it online here.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll let you know. I've been working on getting a website together to house all of the training for my coaches. And once I'm done that, I really need to focus on getting some kind of contact system together. Oh my goodness, Caitlin. Okay. Did you guys have anything else that had come up with the chapter or anything else that came up this week?
I don't think so.
Maybe we should, I don't think we've done for a while. Maybe we should go around and do our biggest success and our biggest struggle. We skipped that the last few weeks.
Well, I'll start. Like I said, my
Okay.
biggest struggle is finding the system that's working for me. That's my struggle. It's been my struggle for a while. I think my success is just opening up to more people about what I'm doing instead of being afraid to talk to people. I know one of my son's friends' mothers actually just messaged me a couple days ago. And we were talking about like her going to Disney and stuff like that, like on November 1st, and that she wants to lose some weight before then. So she's hopefully getting the 21-day fix challenge pack today.
Nice.
But it's just, for me, it's this week I've been opening up to more people about what I do. Instead of posting on Facebook and letting them come to me, I'm kind of putting myself out there.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say my biggest struggle, I had kind of an off week. I was away for the weekend, and it really kind of threw my entire schedule off, like getting ready to pack and go and then being gone. I always feel like when we're visiting family that I'm going to have all this extra time because I'll have people to watch the kids, and it just makes it like 10 times worse. So I did not get a lot done, but I am like 99% done with this training stuff that I wanted to get done. So, that's probably the biggest success. I've realized that I've kind of, I don't know, I've not been doing too well with training coaches, and it's kind of been holding me back from even inviting to the opportunity, because I feel like I bring people in and then they just kind of like flounder around, and I'm not very good at keeping up with them right now. So I'm hoping this new system is going to work a lot better, and I can then really focus on my own stuff. So I guess that it's kind of my struggle was being completely out of whack on my schedule and not getting my power hour done at all. But success was, getting that training stuff done most of the way. So how about you, Steph?
Well, you can see my struggle.
Yes.
But they're cute.
They are cute. Yeah. Just keep reminding yourself that I feel the same way right now.
There are no words for my struggle.
Yeah.
We're all in the same boat, though. We get it.
My success is that I'm on the call right now. That I actually read the chapter.
That's good. Yeah. It's better than I can say some weeks. Nice. Well, that's good. Yeah. Hi.
That's all I got this week.
That's all right. Some weeks are like that.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to go easy on yourself. And yeah, that was one thing too. I was like, well, my success was being able to kind of let go this weekend and not get so worked up that I wasn't getting done what I felt like I needed to get done with the business, that I could not, just kind of let go and enjoy my family and not like stress myself out over the fact I wasn't getting much done. So
you need to unplug sometimes.
Yeah, you do. You do. So okay, guys. Well, I'm not sure that Brianne is going to make it on, it seems like. So I guess we'll just cut it short. Starting to lose the kids here. We'll cut it short this week, and we'll see you guys next week back here, same time.
Bye, guys.
Have a good week.
You too.